Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Hey, today we're gonna look at the color changing deck routine, Tint from Zhu Magic. All right, Tint, this is a fast, very visual, one could say hyper-visual, color change of a deck. You can get this two different ways. You can get this as a red to blue gimmick or a blue to red gimmick. The entire thing happens very fast. Most of it is gonna come ready to go. There is some assembly required, but all in all, it's pretty easy to learn. Let's get into this review. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? So it all depends if you buy a blue to red gimmick or a red to blue gimmick. If you buy red to blue, then you're gonna get a red gimmick and you will need to supply your own blue deck. If you buy blue to red, you will get a blue gimmick and you'll need to supply your own red deck. Then you're also gonna get the download code. Download code will give you access to the video, which is roughly 20 minutes long. Is it what I thought? Not exactly. It's not exactly what I thought, but it is very similar to other color changing deck effects. It's using the same methodology, but in its own creative way. How are the angles? The angles are angly. The video actually says can be done surrounded, I think. But even in the video, when he's teaching this to you, he says, make sure your spectator's right in front of you. Obviously, there's ways around this. You can do it really fast. I think that's what they're relying on, is that you're gonna do it fast so that the spectator can't even see some of the angle issues. So if you do it slow or try to defer away from the way they teach you, it's very possible you could flash. Yeah, it's kind of angly. All right, so can it be inspected? Yes and no. They are gonna teach you how to make it inspectable, absolutely. But to inspect it, you have to do something first, which I don't always like. So if they say, can I see that? You'd have to say, well, hang on, let me take the cards out, right? Or you just head them off at the pass and you take the cards out first and then hand the deck out and say, would you like to inspect this? You can. For me, I would just make this a lead into another trick and just keep going. If I had a blue tuck case, I would transform it into red, pull my cards out, put my tuck case away, and just immediately start doing a trick. And I would never let them inspect it, and I would never do any of the funny business. I would just do it as a color changing deck and move on. It doesn't need to be inspected. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? The guy who teaches it to you, he's got a slight accent, so there's that. I don't know that he's always mic'd. Sometimes there's a little bit of an echo effect, but it might just be because he's teaching from a restaurant, so there's a lot of exterior noise going on. So, but that wasn't an issue. It all had good camera shots, good angles, everything you need. There's a nice over-the-shoulder shot against a black backdrop at the very beginning when they're talking about gimmick construction. The gimmick construction that you need to do won't take you that long. And the nice thing is, once you see the gimmick and once you go through the gimmick construction, you could then make your own for your very favorite deck. Because one of the things with this is the gimmick is the classic rider back deck, which means the back design is the back design of the cards and the front doesn't have the free app included sticker. So it might be hard for you to find a bike deck that looks like the gimmick. But since you're changing one color to another, it might not even be necessary. All right, so what's taught on the video? Obviously, they're gonna talk about how to make the gimmick, how to perform the trick, how to do cleanup, and then there's some last minute tips. Is it well made? It is very well made, but like I said, once you get it, you'll figure it out. You can make one yourself. Pretty much to continue making this, like I said, you'll need an extra deck and you'll need an X-Acto knife. How much practice does it require? It's pretty easy, it is. Even just watching it through, which I would suggest first, watch the whole thing through first and then build it. Because I think it'll help you when you go through your gimmick construction. I think it would be pretty easy to perform. And as far as setup and reset, if you don't hand it out to inspect, you know, like I was suggesting earlier, it would reset in a second. It would go back together really easily. If you take it all apart to make it inspectable, then yes, it'll take a little bit to reset. Positives on this, what are the positives I like about Tint? Well, the quality of the gimmick is well done and the entire trick is easy to do. Plus, if you want to hand it out, the cleanup is just as easy. Negatives, all right, so what are the negatives for this? Number one, you have to leave the cellophane on, which I never do. I never leave cellophane on any of my tricks. And second, you have to do that little spinny thing you see in the trailer. You can't get around that. That is how you have to perform this. You have to do the spinny thing. Yeah. Is it worth your money? It's 23 bucks. 23 bucks, that's pretty good. 23 bucks for a gimmick and 20-minute video, it's definitely worth your money. Who would like this? I think people that are restaurant workers, people that walk around in street magic, they would get a big kick out of this. If you don't have a color changing tuck case routine, this is a good one. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about Tint. I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have it so I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it at your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, I'll see you guys next time, bye.